Hi there, this is Chris, Chap and the Cat Motor Legends. Today I want to talk to you about a new jacket from Belstaff. Well, actually it's kind of an old jacket. It's the new version, new for 2024 version of the Belstaff Trialmaster. And don't forget, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. The Belstaff Trialmaster jacket goes back a long way. Now, the company has claimed that they launched it in 1948, but personally I doubt that, because it's known that it was Barbour who first came out with the longer four-pocket wax cotton jacket, and they did that in 1947. That was the year that they introduced it into the civilian market. The jacket actually first came about in response to a request from a Captain Phillips during the war. He wanted a shortened version of the one-piece Barbour Ursula suit that had been developed for U-class submarine crews. But whatever the actual timing, by the mid-50s, this style of jacket had become pretty much de rigueur with trial riders the world over, including, of course, Steve McQueen, who wore his Barbour International jacket when he competed for the American Vase at the 1964 ISDT in East Germany. The Trialmaster has always formed, it's got to be said, the backbone of the Belstaff range. But until the Melanottis, the Italian Melanotti family, bought the ailing British brand in 2004, the Trialmaster was really little more than an all-purpose wax cotton jacket that offered little by way of protection and relied on impregnated wax for its water resistance. After the Melanottis acquired the brand, they added armour, put armour in the shoulders, in the elbows, and a pocket for a back protector, and they added a waterproof membrane. Since then, however, very little has changed. They moved to D3O armour a couple of years ago, but that's about it. The jacket has been offered in different colours in the intervening years, but actually, or essentially, nothing much has changed in over 20 years. For quite some time, we here at Motor Legends have put it to Belstaff that, impressive as the Trialmaster was, it was simply too heavy and too cumbersome for most bikers. Yes, its 10-ounce wax cotton material made the Trialmaster a hard-wearing jacket that was guaranteed to last, but that didn't make it a comfortable jacket to live with. It weighed a ton. Okay on the bike perhaps, but it was not a jacket that anyone relished walking around in, and it was never great in hot weather. That having been said, a lot of people commuted all through the winter in the Trialmaster, and for that it was great. But for the casual rider, the person who rode for fun at weekends, or for those who wanted to tour perhaps in warmer climes, the Trialmaster was potentially just too much. For us, the Crosby was always a more wearable option, but the new for 2024 Trialmaster is now made from the same 8-ounce wax cotton as the Crosby. So the new jacket is going to be much nicer to ride in, it's going to be cooler, it's going to be more comfortable, and it's going to be more wearable. Fundamentals, however, have not really changed. It's still a long jacket. You get these 4 external pockets that are protected with flaps and poppers. At the waist you get this central belt, and that allows you to cinch the jacket in a little bit to give it some shape. Now, as before, you get a waterproof membrane behind the wax cotton. You get D3O in the shoulders and the elbows. There's a pocket for a back protector. A back protector is not included as standard. The jacket is lined, is check lined as you would expect of any Belstaff jacket. Inside the cuff and the collar, you get a corduroy lining for comfort. At the neck, there's this traditional belt and buckle adjuster. Under the arms, you've got metal aerators to give the jacket a little bit of breathability, and you kind of need that because one of the issues with wax cotton is it's not particularly breathable. There's a zipped pocket here inside the jacket, and the main belt buckle here is covered with a wax cotton cover to prevent you damaging perhaps the bike's paintwork. In all these respects, the new Trialmaster is pretty much identical to the old one, but there are some real differences with the new version. The new Trialmaster is fashioned from an 8-ounce wax cotton. That's a lighter wax cotton, and this is going to make a huge difference. It doesn't mean suddenly that the Trialmaster is going to work for everybody. It is still a long jacket, so it can still dwarf those who are challenged in a vertical plane. Indeed, if you're my height, the Trialmaster can make you look as though you've got no legs at all. A veritable, as it were, Mr. Magoo. Of course, that won't change. The new Trialmaster is every bit as long as the old one. But the 8-ounce fabric will make the new version so much nicer, so much easier to wear. There's another major step change with the new Trialmaster. Now, the old version was made from the heaviest waxed cotton that could conceivably be fashioned into a wearable garment. Yet, surprising to some, the jacket was only ever rated A under the industry's abrasion test, EN 17092. A is the lowest level. Now, we knew why the jacket had this rating, yet we suspected it would always have passed at the AA level if it had been retested, and conceivably even the AAA level. But when the new standard, EN 17092, first came into force, many motorcycle clothing manufacturers only tested to the lowest single A level, and they did that to save money. Thereafter, many manufacturers, the more serious manufacturers perhaps, retested their garments to meet the higher standard, but Belstaff never did. I suppose Belstaff has never been what you would call a proper motorcycle business. They were never concerned about what motorcyclists thought. They tested to the standard that allowed them to sell their garments as PPE, and the single A level did that. That was enough for them. We didn't agree, but so be it. But the decision to introduce a new lighter weight wax cotton for the Belstaff Trialmaster meant that the company had no choice but to retest the garment. And so they took the opportunity to test at the higher level. And it's no surprise to us that the jacket now passes, even though it's got a lightweight fabric, it now passes at the AA level. Actually, what that does, it reinforces our perception that the old jacket, the heavier 10-ounce wax cotton, would actually have passed at the AAA level. But in one way, in terms of perceptions, we have what might be deemed a win-win here. The Trialmaster is undoubtedly lighter and easier to wear, but notionally, it's more protective. Of course, in fact, the old one was probably more protective, but a lot of people won't realise that. The material used by Belstaff on the Trialmaster comes from British Mill Lorraine, with whom Belstaff has worked for many years. Actually, it's called ultra-core wax cotton. The fabric has a slightly stiffer handle, and I think the idea here was, even though the jacket has been made lighter, Belstaff wanted to give the jacket a bit more of a feeling of substance, so that's why they chose ultra-core. Ultra-core is also a little bit more water resistant than traditional wax cotton, so it's going to improve the jacket from a waterproofing perspective. And so we think that the new Trialmaster represents a raising of the game on a number of levels. It's nicer to wear both on and off the bike, yet technically it presents no trade-off. Now, the jacket has no thermal lining in the way that the old one did, but that kind of suits us. We think you'd be better off bringing your own thermal solutions to the party. Now, Belstaff offers a clip-in vest. It's called the Climate Vest, but it provides no insulation in the arms. Obviously, it's a vest, so there's nothing in the arms. Now, some years ago, Belstaff jackets came as standard with insulation in the arms, so a vest made sense. But we think here you'd be better off wearing something merino or something like the Klim Maverick down jacket. Anyway, that's about it. We had kind of fallen out of love with the Trialmaster. It was a great jacket, but a bit of a monster. The new jacket, I have to say, is a whole different ballgame. And there's one other little thing. Belstaff has lowered the price by £50. So that's a nice little bonus that nobody expected. Can't remember the last time that happened. Well, I hope you found that interesting. If you'd like to see more Belstaff jackets, then visit the website motorlegends.com. If you'd like to learn more about the jacket that we've been discussing today, then if you click on one of the links on the screen, sometimes they're up there, sometimes they're down there, that will take you to the dedicated page on the website. When you're there, you can check out the spec in a little bit more detail, you can check availability, and obviously if you want to buy the jacket there and then, you can do that. When you buy from us, we try to make the process as simple, straightforward and risk-free as we possibly can. There's no delivery charge on any item of protected wear that you buy from us. Returns are totally free, and what's more, we give you a full 12 months in which to decide whether you do want to return something to us. Now, we have the best price promise in the business. John Lewis was rightly famed for its never-knownly undersold price promise, but we go one stage better. If you can find anybody selling anything that we sell at a price that is below ours, we will beat that competitor's price by a full 10%. There are a few terms and conditions associated with what we call our price beat. Nothing particularly onerous, I can assure you, but if you are going to attempt to price beat us, I suggest you visit the website to check out what those terms and conditions are. If in the future you'd like to see bulletins from us about new products, then if you go to the website, there's a piece of script there that says newsletter sign up. Click on that button, within seconds you'll be in business. If, however, you prefer to get your information videographically, that is to say in this form, we'd be simply delighted if you want to become a subscriber to our YouTube channel, and you can do that by clicking on the button below. Finally, I'd like to make mention of our fabulous little shop here at Motor Legends. It's based about a mile from the centre of Guildford, about a mile from the railway station, and as I've suggested, it's a small shop. It's got a small footprint, but it's attached to our warehouse where we have more than £4 million worth of stock arranged over 3 floors. Technically, that makes us the second largest motorcycle shop in the UK. But we like to think that we are far more than just the amount of merchandise we have in the building. We're all about service, we're all about personal fitting. If you want to check us out, visit Trustpilot. We have the highest 5-star ranking in the business. And when you come to see us, we'll serve you only the finest Italian illy coffee, or we'll serve you proper Yorkshire tea in a proper teapot. And who knows, if you're lucky, you might even get to sample one of our delicious motorcycle-shaped shortbread biscuits. Anyway, this has been Chris. I hope to talk to you again soon.